Hey everyone, and welcome. Today I'll be covering how to make a basic Combine Patrol and Hammer editor. Today I'm in Hammer++ on the Half-Life 2 Episode 2 branch. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a NPC here. I'm going to be using metrocops because I think they look pretty cool. I'm going to make two of them to patrol our little area here. This is just a little zone I set up real quick, just as a base for our patrol. So the first thing you want to do is you want to set a name for these cops. I'm not too creative, so I'll just set them as metrocops. And it's not really important that the names are different for these two, because they're going to be in the same patrol and the same squad. And for squad name, I'll do squad 1. I'm also going to set pistol starts drawn. This is really just optional. I think it looks better when they're patrolling around with their guns out. So next thing you want to do, create another entity. So we're going to be info nodes. Oops. There you go. And what we want to do, set them just a little bit above the ground. This makes sure that the NPCs can see them, because sometimes if they're halfway into the ground, it could cause some issues. And what these are basically is just kind of setting an area that the metrocops will move around in. Without these, they kind of have difficulty navigating. So these kind of just serve as entities to help the NPCs get their bearings. Next thing you want to do is create a info node hint. And these are basically our points of interest here. These are where the cops will be stopping at on their patrol route. Oops. Yeah, should be doing this in the 2D editor, but I'm not. So I'm going to make 3 of them at each of these little points here. Little monuments. There we go. And so the metrocops will be on the patrol. They'll walk in this area to each of their designated spots. And so in the object properties for these hints, first thing you want to do is set the hint here. It'll be act busy. That just means they're going to walk around and they're going to do a little, they're going to stand there or do a gesture. These are often used for the citizens in the train station section of Half-Life 2. But for the metrocops, they really only have one action that they can use with these, and it's stand. So let's do act busy stand. That's right. I might have it wrong. Yeah, act busy stand. And these are access. They have a whole list of these little hint activities in the game.txt file in Half-Life 2 script folder. We're just going to set all these to act busy stand. Then we're going to set a hint group. I don't think it technically requires you to put these in, but I've had difficulty without one. Hint group is basically just telling metrocops that you're going to abide by these 3 points. These are the points that you're going to alternate between. This is the group of kind of points of interest. And then what I like to do, this is also optional, I like to set maximum state to idle. Basically, it just means that if they're in combat or if they're like alerted, they're not going to keep walking on these patrol routes. They're going to kind of be on alert and shooting you, right? So now we've got all these. We're going to assign our hint group, which I just set as point of interest. Do them on both of these guys. And so we have all our hint nodes and info hint nodes, sorry. So that's all fine, but if you just run the map like this, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to stand there. you kind of need something to tell them to start their patrol. So you're going to make an AI. Sorry, you're going to make an AI goal, act busy. And this is kind of going to be the thing that tells them to patrol when the game starts. We'll name it patrol start. Actors to effect. That'll be the metrocops. Have the same name, so you don't have to worry about you know, choosing multiple. Start active set to yes. This doesn't really matter, but I just set as high as I can, just so they can see everything. It doesn't really matter because our map's a little too small, but if you did have a larger map, you could set that to a higher number, so they'll be able to see these hint nodes. Then the last thing I'm going to do, just real quick, apply a no draw here. This will make sure that we can see them on their patrol, but they can't see us until we step out from our little barrier here. It'll just help us see their behavior. Okay, now you can see the metrocops are going to their little designated checkpoints there. Obviously, I don't have them oriented the right way, but that's a pretty easy fix. Then when I step out, they see me, they start shooting. They move from their checkpoint, and you know, they go to kill me. And yeah, that's how to make a basic little Combine patrol there.